I have no idea what this angle looks like, so I hope you can see me. Oh my god, I can see myself in my mirror. That's amazing. I'm gonna do this a little bit. We're gonna ignore all of that disaster. That's where I put things that I don't want to deal with yet. I feel like half my videos are just cats in the frame, but that's on being a cat lady in your 20s. Hope everyone is doing good. I'm doing better than I was earlier this week, but not quite amazing yet. I kind of fell into another little depressive episode. I don't know if I can exactly call it that because it was only about a week, but yeah, I didn't really leave my couch. Stayed on my couch, I ordered a lot of food, felt bad about eating said food, and just merely existed, or at least tried to get through existing because it wasn't the best place up here in the old noggin. So I had my birthday party last weekend. You may have seen that footage by now, you may not have. If you have seen it, I'm sure it looked very, very fun and like a grand time, and like I was really enjoying myself, but I kind of didn't. I kind of had a not so great night. This has happened to me before on birthdays, but first of all, I just didn't really feel like it was my birthday. When I'm filming this, it's the 2nd of April. Like, my real birthday is tomorrow, and I feel like almost every year I end up having my party either really before or really after my birthday, just with how timing works out. I feel like almost selfish saying this, but I feel like people just kind of see it as a party and not really like it's my birthday. Maybe that's just the Aries in me. I don't know, but it just never really feels like it's my day. I don't know. So that was one thing. But in one of my previous videos, I had said how I'm really single right now and how I'm you know, I want to be, or I think it's for the best. But at the same time, I'm struggling with that, and I really felt that struggle this weekend because I just felt alone. Really, really alone. Most of my friends are in relationships that seem really happy, and don't get me wrong, I'm so happy for all of my friends that are finally with people that are good for them. But at the same time, when you're kind of standing there by yourself and you're surrounded by a bunch of happy couples, you just feel, or at least for me, I don't know if everyone feels this way, but I just feel really, really alone, and that's how I have been feeling. And it wasn't even just in a romantic sense. I felt like everyone was having a great time and getting on with everyone else, and it was like a fun party, everyone was enjoying themselves, but it was just me standing there, and almost like it was like I was on the outside looking in. Like, everyone was partying and whatnot. I was like I was watching a movie of myself, and it was just me there alone. I wasn't in the moment. I was very in my head the whole time, essentially. We were gonna go out, and we just didn't go out because I think if I had went out, I would have regretted it. I used to go out a lot back in the day, and when I did, I would drink way too much. If you knew me back then, I'm sorry. I would basically get blackout drunk every time I went out because I felt so socially anxious. I didn't realize that that was such a big part of my journey. Like, everyone, whenever I tell people that know me or that have met me, especially in those times, whenever I tell them that I'm socially anxious or that I struggle with that, they're very surprised, or like, you seem like such an outgoing person. It's because to feel comfortable in doing that, to feel comfortable talking to people and being that outgoing, loud person, I have to drink a lot. And I don't like to do that anymore because I lose control, and I do and say things that I don't think are true to me. I give off the wrong impression of myself, and I just feel really like bad about it. I don't like it. I don't like the way that I portray myself and how I have portrayed myself. So I worked really hard to not drink too much, but now I just find I feel really lost. Like, every time I go to a party or I host a party or something, I just feel alone. I feel really alone, like I'm on the outside. I am not about to cry right now. I've done enough crying this week. I am not crying right now. Anyways, I just didn't really have the best time, and it kind of sparked some other feelings. I know it seems stupid, like, oh, you had a party and you didn't have that much fun and now you're depressed for a week, but it was more just the feelings that arose at the party that kind of sent me into that funk. Thankfully, I've kind of pulled myself out of it. Party was Saturday. It is now a week later. I managed to get up yesterday at a decent hour. I walked my brother's dogs around the block. Jax can go on small walks now, so I just took him out around the block for like 15 minutes or so. I did a little at-home workout. I didn't make it to the gym because I'm not quite ready for that yet, but I did manage to do a home workout. And then I got Teddy, my brother's other dog, got him out for a longer walk, and it was really, really nice to get some fresh air, I gotta say. I live in such a small apartment. It's basically just 2 rooms, and I get really like like stir crazy. Like I feel like claustrophobic almost once I start to get out of those depressed feelings, because all I've been doing is sitting in one room essentially for days on end doing nothing. And I got to that point much quicker this time around than usual, which was fantastic. That wasn't something that I realized myself. That was something that my good friend Megan, who I appreciate so much, pointed out to me. I was talking to her about it and I felt like I was being a burden, and I was like, I'm really sorry that I'm such like a hard person to be friends with. Like I'm sorry that I'm always so much, and like I'm always like going through something, and we've had these conversations so many times. I was like, I'm sorry that you've had to listen to the same thing so many times. I'm sorry that I'm back here again stressing you out, all these things. And she was like, no, you don't have to apologize to me for that, because first of all, it's not like I'm causing her drama. It's like, this is stuff that you're going through. This is your own thing. Why am I like crying right now? Sorry, I'm just getting misty-eyed for absolutely no reason. She was like, no, like this is your own thing that you're going through. The only turmoil it causes her is when, you know, she's stressed about me or worried about me. But she was like, that's very much your own thing. Like, you're not a hard person to be friends with. She was like, this time around, especially, like, you're bouncing back so quick, and you need to acknowledge that. Like, it's not many weeks on end. You're not letting yourself spiral further. You're figuring it out, or you're understanding where you are, and you're working really hard to fight those things. So like, even though I wasn't feeling 100% when I woke up yesterday, and I really, really wanted to just lie on my couch and order more food and whatever, instead of doing that, I did different things. I did some things that are healthier for me, that I know are good for me. And she was like, you need to appreciate that and acknowledge that and celebrate that, which it's so funny because when it's somebody else, I'm the first one to say, celebrate the small victories, celebrate everything. It's just so different when it's your own person. It's crazy how that works. It's crazy how brains work. I don't want this entire video to be just me talking at you about myself. I just wanted, I guess, to update on how I'm doing and give a couple of tips. Some things that I find help me the most when I'm in that slump is, first of all, cleaning your space. As you can see, I made my bed. I've been doing the dishes the past couple of days. Every time I, have a dirty dish, I'll clean it. So trying to tidy up your space, or at least starting to slowly tidy up. I know that when a depressive episode is longer than, just a few days, things can really pile up and get dirty. So if you have some laundry to do, maybe start there. Start with your sink. Just pick an area and try and tidy it up. Because usually once you tidy up one area, you see how much better you feel looking at it, and you want to tidy up more. Before you know it, your whole space is clean. So tidying your space, I think, would be my first. My second would be getting outside. Getting fresh air. And I know it's the hardest thing to do when you're feeling like that, is to force yourself to go outside. Trust me, I know. The amount of times I've had to literally force myself out the door is crazy. Sometimes I just really don't want to be in public. I don't want to be seen by another person. I don't want to interact with other people. So I do have a couple trails that I'll go to that are more secluded, or, more in the woods, where you're not just like out on a road somewhere where there's cars driving by and people. So I find having a couple of spots that are like comfort spots for you, that can be really helpful. If you have some trails or just some areas that you can walk around that you feel comfortable with, go there. Make yourself go there. Force yourself. Like, I can't explain the difference that I felt yesterday getting back from that walk after having some fresh air, some vitamin D, being out in nature really, really makes a world of a difference. So getting outside would be my number 2. My number 3 would be reach out to a loved one. Someone that you're comfortable with. And if you don't have someone that you're comfortable with right now, reach out to me. Reach out to me on my Instagram. I'm actually serious. I would love to be that person for someone if they don't have anyone else. So if you don't feel like you have anyone that you're comfortable to talk to, or you just want to talk to a stranger, shoot me a message. I would love to have a chat with you and hopefully try and help with how you're feeling, because talking to somebody that doesn't judge you, that cares about your mental well-being, is really important. And Megan really reminded me yesterday that she just reminded me of a lot of great things and really helped me get out of this slump before I really got into the slump, if you know what I mean. So having someone that cares about you, that loves you, or just someone that is a good ear to listen, or just be there for you if you need, really, really important. If you have someone in your life that you are so blessed with, reach out to them. I promise you're not a burden. You might think you're a burden, but you're not. And they will remind you of that if they're the right person. Those are just some really quick, easy tips. Showering is another great one. I did manage to get myself in the shower yesterday for the first time since Saturday. Disgusting. I know. It's probably not the longest I went without a shower either, which is the worst thing. But I did it. I got myself up. I felt like a new person. So I guess we'll add showering into the cleaning your surroundings, because you are your ultimate home. So clean yourself and clean your surroundings. I also went out, got myself a Starbucks today, which I got a few Starbucks cards for my birthday, which was very much appreciated. So thanks to everyone that got me something. You know who you are. So I got me a Starbucks, and I think I'm going to do my makeup, which sounds probably really stupid, but I've just been looking and feeling like shit for like a week, and sometimes I find doing myself up can make me feel a little better. So I'm gonna do my makeup, watch some X on the Beach. I started watching that because they've sponsored like a bunch of people on YouTube that I watch, and I got succumbed into it. I love reality TV anyways, especially like love focused reality TV, so it's really, I don't know why I haven't ventured there before. And then tonight I might do some self-care, like take all that makeup off, which sounds so silly, but so I don't know. Makeup is almost an art form if you ask me. I mean, I guess it genuinely is, and your face is like a canvas, you know? It's a creation, and I'm in the mood to create. That's what I'm doing today. So I don't know where this vlog is going to go. I don't know if I'm just going to have this be like a chatty update on my life. If that's the case, I really, really appreciate you listening to me talk. I hope that somebody out there that sees this can relate to this, can resonate with this, find some part of this video useful. I really do want to help people. That's part of why I started making public accounts, because I don't know, I've been through a lot, and I go through a lot, and I know that other people being transparent has really, really helped me make a lot of mental growth. So that's what I hope to do for you guys. So if you found this video helpful, that makes me so happy. Please let me know. I would love to hear some feedback. I really hope you found this helpful. Thank you so much for watching. This feels stupid to say, but don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps my channel, and I appreciate you for doing so.